Okay, peeps, this video is called Map to the Stars. It's on Netflix, and most everybody in it is transgendered. It is an interesting movie. It does have some explicit sex scenes almost, it looks like soft porn actually. It's supposed to be good girl on girl action, but it's really not. It's guy on guy action. Some of these actors you'll recognize, and the main thing about this film is the main player, this 18-year-old called Evan Bird from Canada. But I'll get to him in a second. I'm not sure what these actors' names are, but I thought, well, you could tell that this is fella. Looks like it. Maybe, maybe not. What do you guys think about this one? Because its face is flat, it doesn't have high cheekbones. This could actually be a female. Sometimes it's hard to tell. The neck isn't too bad, actually. You don't see any tree trunks, and it's not long. This one could very well be a female. Yeah. It could be, because the face is real flat here. Well, I'll let you guys decide on this. This could be a wig because it looks real heavy. It looks nylon. Yeah, but the flat face. Now the nose is real long here. Yeah, I just wonder, about that. I don't know if every guy has got, maybe every guy doesn't have high cheekbones. I'd say it's a fair candidate, but it could be a woman. There are a few real sex people in here. This one here happens to not to be one of them real sex people. This is a transgender here. And you may recognize this one. I have. Actually, it's got really deep set male eyes right here. And I noticed with the trapeze muscle, see, some guys will have a bit of a slant in their shoulder, like a female, because of this muscle. Now, a lot of the models won't have such a pronounced muscle here, and it makes their shoulders look real flat. But on my anatomy, this muscle here is completely flat, actually. I'm a good size. I'm a size 18, so 18 woman. So, I've got good size proportion body, but my shoulders are very tiny, and this muscle is really flat on mine. Okay, let's move on. I think that's all we need. This is a guy. And you recognize this one, John Cusack. This one, you can see the female round curve to his forehead, little beady eyes. As they get older, it's the same. They start looking like the real sex. The overlay fades away. Small little mouth here. Very light jaw. It's just overall, he looks real feminine. Most people, or a lot of people, know that he is trans. I never knew if he had a partner in life. I never heard he had a partner or kids or anything. Joan, his sister, yes. Him, not so. I just never heard anything, and I now believe that he probably never has, or if he has, it's not been anything heavy. I have just never heard anything. A lot of times people think they're gay also because they have that femininity about them, but no, it's because they started out female. And I'll say this, I'll repeat myself a lot, that they take the eggs, and in this case it would have been female, and they see that it's female. They will then inject a male chromosome that's an overlay. The first is an underlay, which has all your genetic makeup to it. Your bone structure and everything is in that first, that it naturally happens. Then the overlay, that extra that they put in there, it gives them a little bit of the opposite sex thing. And I can almost guarantee you, if these people were not done like that, they would be like most of us. They wouldn't trans at all. They don't full trans anyway. The males don't. You know, most of them still keep their willies. But this one does not have one. Yeah, this one does not have one. And his neck is pretty smooth and everything. Yeah. And here is that one. They say now actors. They don't use the word actress anymore, and I understand why. And this is really long bone here. But look at the back. Very straight. Straight back. And here is the little Evan Bird. They've gotten, he's 18, he's from Canada. And I looked up, I tried to find relatives, siblings, anything connected to the people also of what's going on. I didn't hear anything of siblings, and he said a thing about a mother that told him when he was like 4 years of age that an actor can be anything that they want. So whoever she was pushing him into acting by saying that. That's what I believe. They take them, they put them with handlers, and the handler finds out their talents. Whatever talents it is, then I think that if they're good enough, they can get a contract with Satan. My belief system has changed a little bit. I think the sperm may be coming from the Rothschilds because they power the money system. So they can give them this kid $2 million just by poking it into their bank account with a keyboard. Easily done. We don't know. But you can go into any store and trade an empty digit for anything. And so, what's to keep Rothschild from just going and poking in some numbers into a board? He can do it. Okay, and that's the way that is. But look at this little guy here. They're starting to look more foreign, more like E.T. as it goes on. This is actually a little girl, and I've got a picture in here somewhere that shows where he looks a little bit more like the female. His chromosomes are they're doing something a little different because every bit of him is both. I swear I went up and down, and it's like absolutely incredible. The hair, this coarse male hair is male. This forehead looks a little round, big though, like a male, kind of round like a female, okay? The eyes are deep, look fairly deep set. From my angle, I don't know, it could just be, no, I think that they're shallow actually. About medium this way. They're not real far apart. This is a tiny person, you got to remember that also. But the face here, it looks square enough, and yeah, it looks enough like it passes for a male here, but it's still got the soft face, soft round face little guy. Now this little tiny tit of a Adam's apple, the overlay, when they inject that into the egg and it is the male overlay, that overlay has enough testosterone where it will give them that little thing right there, okay? Now, if he wants a bigger one or he wants a larger trachea, he will have to take testosterone. But they don't necessarily have to. The ones that got little bitty ones don't. I think that first bit, that injected male chromosome, gives the testosterone enough in there that will do this. And it's all done in the egg. They mess with them and stick them in there. This is like a group, a population of these people. It's like a race of people that are very wealthy. And here's this little dip here. A lot of the males to females have this big, I just don't know. It's like, because they cross, everything crosses, all the chromosomes and stuff cross when they do this. So in this one, you're going to find a lot of mess. This looks like it has a shoulder here, and it really has no shoulders. This is a defect that it has, but they would say it looks more, more androgynous, like the way that, that's what we want the people to be. He's more perfect to what they want, and it looks like he is deformed to us. As we go on, you shall see. Here's another side view of him with the little rays in here. And you see how long the neck is. Again, there are no shoulders on this one at all. This looks flat and also looks a little round, so then you're getting like the both. But this is receding because of the testosterone that is there. The eyes look really close together here, but it could be the angle. This just looks like a soft face of a young female, but the long neck of a guy. And no shoulders of an ET. That's neither male or female. It's just, yeah, it's all crossed. And there, anything else on this? The hand doesn't look particularly one way or the other, actually, on this. And here it is, right here, out in the open. And you see the shoulders here, how they do this and this. It has no shoulders, basically. The body just slopes off like that. And this right here, it does look kind of flat, but it looks also round. You know, it could have been totally round and they shaved this, actually. I bet you that's what they did to that. They shaved this. But it doesn't really have a male brow ridge at all. No, and this is really weak. The chin and the jawline's all real weak. And this hair is male hair, though. So, and this is another actor. You'll probably recognize it. I didn't know if this hair was real or not. I think it is, but it's the heavy, coarse male hair. Yeah, this up here. And another one that looked real dirty and looked like it could be a wig, but I believe that this is real. It just really looks like it. This is just a part, this injury is just a part in the movie. It's not real. This right here, yeah, gives it away. This jaw is... Yeah, some don't do all that surgery and stuff. This is kind of pretty pronounced. Excuse me. This is pronounced here, this maltrachea. Deep set eyes, really deep set, and that's the male brow ridge across there. It is a very good movie, actually. It's very dramatic. This is the only real male, I think, in it. The head slopes back. That's what I say, that it's a male. The eye looks pretty deep here. Oh, and here's a male brow ridge. So there are several things here. There's a male brow ridge right here. Yeah, and this is pretty pronounced. Now there he is from the straight. See, his mouth is pretty good size. He's got kind of a line here, so, but square jaw. I believe that he does a sex scene in it, and it shows his crotch. Sometimes they use prosthetics and stuff, but, you know, I think it's him. I can't rightly exactly remember if it is or not, but you guys can watch the movie and decide. Map to the Stars is the name of it. Again, this one's, the shoulders are real straight, okay, as in a guy. See, here's the one I thought was a wig. It looks real dirty here. That other was a scene after it took a shower, actually. Each scene is separate, and then they throw them all together. And here's John Cusack. What I wrote here was, John was speaking in San Antonio, Texas last June. It could have been Austin. I forgot to write that in there, one or the other. I didn't go see him, but I was thinking it would be nice. They were showing the film, is it anything... Say Anything? Maybe that's what it was. Say Anything, and then he was going to do a little talk about it or whatever. Yeah, I find people that are like him, Steve Martin and Martin Short, are all older actors doing this or small shows. Steve and Martin Short were doing that also. They put on a little thing. It's on Netflix if you want to watch theirs, if it's still there. Or it could be Amazon, one of the two. I think what they do is they're doing this to see how popular they are still with the public. That's why they're coming out and doing that. They don't care about meeting anybody, but how many tickets will they sell, you know? And who knows if there's a meet and greet. If you pay $80, it shows a diehard fan that will pay $80. Who would pay $80 to go backstage to meet John Cusack? Probably you could count them on your fingers. Steve Martin, maybe double that. But not many. I cannot imagine. They're just not, They need to just go away and retire someplace. But I say save your money, people, and they are all Satanists. They are. That's what powers them also. They've done the contracts with them. If they have talents, they are then offered a contract. And I believe Rothschilds are the fathers to all of them. Somebody is, they all are related. A lot of them look alike. Anyway, here's a round forehead of John here. Little shallow eye here. Yeah. And there he is again here. Yeah, there's no male brow ridge. You can tell here that there isn't one like that in the shallow eyes. His hands are real, real small. Okay, yeah. Does it go? Do I have it in here? Or no, it's not. Okay. There we go. If I'm, where are you? Right here. I can raise this up here. You can see how small his hand is there, the left one. Yeah, it's real tiny. Now if I can get this down, yeah, there we go. And this one, people will understand who this one is, I think. I'm not sure who she is, but I do recognize, yeah, the hair is really thick and coarse on there like a horse hair. The forehead is really flat. Flat back, yeah. Let me see here. It just looks like that to me. Eyes are really deep set. These sockets are real big. Let me see how big this socket is here on this one. And the wrinkly old neck. I use cream and my neck at 61 is really smooth, and I often wonder, well, they can do that to the face, how come not the neck? Because it's real thick male skin, and they can't do anything about that. Or they would. They would if they could. Yeah. And then, of course, Botox to the forehead here. And the neck gives away the age. This one's aging real badly. So gentlemen prefer blondes. Yeah, if you like a tranny. And that's what I've got on here. And this, okay, this one needs no introduction at all. And here Blondie is sitting on the toilet. Why would you have a scene like this? But more than that, what I have noticed in this, let me get the right cursor here, right here, down here, this leg. If you look at the leg right here, this leg, how small it is here, and this big muscle, that's a man's leg right there. I noticed that. That's why I took this, because of that. But here's something funny. This is supposed to be a millionaire's house. And if you look at this woodwork, you see how it's all fancy and stuff? Now look at the back of this toilet. Frickin' plastic. It's like, I'll be damned if I was a millionaire that I would fucking have plastic on my toilet like that. I don't know. It's weird, but it's like, is that for real? See, you can't get taste. You're either born with taste or you don't have it. I know it's a set, but, all in all, that's probably, yeah, they are like that. And here's that one girl. Here it looks like that her butt's out here. Can you see it? You may not be able to see it. Okay. Oh, I'm going to just raise it up. There we go. You see where it looks like her behindy here. It's out here. It's not. That's part of the dress here. Or this was a big willy here. I don't know. I did this so you could see the back here. This back here is straight. Yeah. Let's see. Wait. Oh, this curve here. See, people will see this and think that it's a curve, and again, that's a lie. If you put the cursor there, you can see the back is real straight. Oh, here, just put no on that. This one is in there, and I can't remember what part this one played. It's part female, though, because it's got boobies, but looks like a fella. And it looked like somebody else that I'd seen, but the eyes are real shallow here. And this is round here. The arm is really long though, so I don't know. I can't remember what it played or what sex it was, but perhaps female. These little titties probably from estrogen, just from it being injected into the egg, or maybe it was a female to begin with. You know, it's hard to tell sometimes. Yeah. Breasts, long male arms, no male brow ridge. This is, like I said, real flat here like a female. Skull says it's round, and face and chin is round. It looks mostly like a female. The arms are really, it looks almost like androgynous, or a lesbian, one or the other. Hard to tell. This reason I got Bette Midler here. Now, can you see her? Yeah, you can see her. She is really humpback. This is really bad. Now, you know this person's only about 5'2" or less. Very small. And this right here looks like she's got a curve in her back. No, she doesn't. This is that part. This right here is where the waist is. You cover the waist up, and you see it's just a big hump. Okay. Well, females have got a hump in it, and then it comes down into a curve. Okay, but I wanted to show this about Bet here because Evan here, you can see his little legs here and stuff, but his hump comes down here. Boy, this is so freaking low, I'm telling you. You can just barely see it on here. Yeah, all right. Let me see. I'm going to raise this up some. You see it a little bit better? Yeah. Okay. But you can see here that he has the curve in his back, so he is, of course, a female. Says this little FTM has the start of the male back, then it turns into a female hump and a curve. So you see it's got both there. Sloping small shoulders he's got. And the long neck are all deformities from the female egg having the male chromosome added. They fuse together more than most. I think that they really, as he's only 18, he's a real young one, so they really updated the way they do the procedures. And they look more alien. He got a bad sloping, tiny female shoulders, tiny Adam's apple, long male neck, the start of a male back, but turns into the female hump, into the female curve. And the hump starts too far down. The hump should start about where the shoulder blades are. That was what was odd about this. It was like the body's off some. Okay, and here's the front of him here. Now see, here's the Adonis belt. Now you get this kind of stuff here from, let's raise that up some. Yeah, I think just so you can see where his Adonis belt is there. Yeah, well, you can see the Adonis belt right here. Okay, but just the testosterone, just the overlay, it's muscle, it's not skeletal structure. You can get that from just that injection into the egg. He has no pecs whatsoever here, none whatsoever. Any surgery, I have no idea if he had breast at one time, but his torso, it looks on the outside like a male's, but when you cut up the body like this and this tells you this is a female torso. Now, this is all pulled down, but I figured his crotch is right here. The vagina is somewhere down here. And this is just so super long here. I'll make sure I can see it through the camera here. Okay, well, what do we have up here? Sure, this. Yeah, almost totally androgynous, no collarbone or male pecs. The long arms and the Adonis belt are from the overlay injecting the male chromosome after the female has set into the egg. The navel is low to the crotch. Yeah, female trait. Yeah. And the arms are longer. You can measure normally with the line under the elbow would drop down to the waist. See, this is really long, but he's also sitting askewed on here too, not even. Has a short female torso. The Adonis belt is just muscle formed from the male chromosome overlay. The female curve is gone in the sides. There is none. Straight up and down. So he's got the straight up and down of a male and the outer of a male. Everything outer is male, but the inner side, which would be the, I guess, the spine and whatever that makes the torso, you know, the short torso, it shows the inside is all female, the outside is all male. Yeah, they did a really good one here. It's like, can't fool me. Round forehead, sloping small shoulders. You can see you can just barely see the sloping shoulders up there. Okay, curved back. All female. This person has female crotch and was born female. And does not have a penis. I do not believe that it does. Okay. Let me get this right back here. And over. Okay, now you can see here how much that he looks like E.T. You see that? Let's move it around here. See how much he looks like E.T. So, total freak of nature, alien. Satan has created here. And it looks just like an alien. It does. It looks just like E.T. There are no shoulders on this person. Here it looks like it is out like this, but this, there just really is no shoulders at all. I think Rothschilds are the ones donating the sperm because they have the big bucks. They keep it all in the family. That's why they look alike. You know, they all look alike. Again, the body looks like a male's, but the inside is all female. You know, the torso is that of a female's. You can see there. Okay. They want to create these alien androgynous beings. This is not a natural deformed body, but people interfering with nature. This was purposely done to the egg, then implanted into the mother to grow into a mixed-sexed being. This will continue for another 40 years until Lord Enki takes the throne and stops it. Now, Enki is the Sumerian name of the god that created Homo sapien. He is the god, basically, the one people call God. All demon and spirits inside of these will be imprisoned in the center earth along with Enlil, who is Satan, for the full. Now, it's not 1,600 year reign. Okay, I got that wrong. I'm going to straighten that right now. The ages is who's on the throne. The age of Pisces is going out. The age of Aquarius is coming in about 35, 40 years. You have to watch that. You'll know about when that this is going to happen. But they rule 2,160 years. It should be 2,160. Okay. Yeah. So that's a long time to spend in the center earth where it's real fiery, but I believe that's where hell is. And here he is again. Let me just raise this up so you can see all of them. And the hair again looks like male. Forehead is round as a female. Creature looks like its back is straight here. Let me bring this up here so you can see. It looks like it's got a straight back, but this is from the side of it because its navel is right here, so it's kind of skewed. So this is almost like a side thing, so don't let that fool you. And now the navel shows it's sitting partly straight. So the body is straight up and down like a male's with these long male arms here. The long male arms right there, okay. Yeah, does this shape turn any woman on out there? They don't want them breeding. They are the new androgynous beings, just workers for their system. Yep, they're all puppets. They're abused. They get all MK Ultra mind controlled when they're given to the handlers. They don't have any free will like what we have. But when they get old enough and they can sign the contract with Satan, then they can either keep their free will that they have. They can go their own merry way, or they can then do a deal with Satan and lose their free will, which is selling your soul, is losing your free will. The soul itself can't be bought and sold. No, it cannot be. Yeah, and Satan's new race of people, and this is what they want him to look like. This guy's a 10 on the scale of what they're wanting to do. Like I said, he's 18, and so they're doing new stuff to get him to look even more odd. Okay. And I want to show you this. Can you see this? This is so dark here. I've got the Red Hot Chili Peppers on here because these are guys. Now Hillel Slavic is no longer with us. He died a long time ago. Yeah, and I'll get into that later. Here, I want to show you, if you can see on his neck right here, those are those tendons that the male to females show. And then the Adam's apple, they just have it shaved off. And that's where you get these tendons. You see, this male has them. You see how straight the shoulders are on Hillel, too? That's why, you know, those models have got the straight shoulders. They don't have the big trapeze muscles up here. And the body here shows that it's real straight. And the torso is really long, see? It's, yeah, his waist is down here near the navel. And he's got a real long torso. And then shorter bottom half. And the legs look almost like they're snapped on the side like a Barbie doll. And you'll find that those models look the same as that. But I wanted to show you that with, let me just poke this and this will come up. Now let's see if you can see Evan right there. And you see how he's built. See how he's built there, and his top and bottom half are the same size, showing that he's got a female body. A little alien dude, hardly any shoulders. See, here you can tell he has no shoulders really at all. Yeah. Legs look like male. I thought the legs looked, straight up and down like a male. They don't look like female male. And the feet look like good sized feet. It could be either sex as far as that goes. The hand here come even with the crotch, a female trait. This one. He's got this one up. Let me pull this back over here. Yeah. Yeah, if you see here, here's his hand here. It's a little dark. But his hand here is even with the crotch right here. So this shows that this is a female. But these shoulders, I mean, this is awful. Really, really pitiful. I really feel for these people. They don't ask for this. They really don't. They're all made to be used and abused. And that's it. Everybody else is lucky. We are very, very lucky. I don't think I need you guys anymore at the moment, but we will later. Okay, and here he is. Let's see this right here, down here. Again, you can see the shoulders, basically non-existent. Pretty smooth along here. I don't know even how many ribs this little one would have. Not too much. I thought I had a picture where the face looked just like a female, and I probably do. I think I have pictures of them. Yeah. They're not in this bunch. It's of the premiere. Oh, it's in another place. I would have brought them in here, but I forgot about them. Yeah, if I find them, I'll put them up, I think. Just a little one. A few pictures of them where it shows everybody's trans. And the whole lineup is trans. Yeah. Wide round forehead. Here. Kind of flat here. I don't know. This is odd. No male brow ridge really here. Wide set eyes. The wide set eyes and their deep set are like a male. See what I'm saying? This guy is really mixed up. You're getting both things here. This little cheekbone looks somewhat a little bit high. His face isn't too sunken in, because it is a female. The chin here and this face is just, yeah, it's just long neck, and the can't see the Adam's apple too much there, but these shoulders are just, This person was born female. Evan Bird is a female. Okay. This is going to be on the next one. I'm going to explain this one in a bit. It's the true story of Emily Rose, actually. So there'll be something that you can look forward to. I can find the shutoff valve on this silly thing.